Hi guys, this is Bloodspawn here, and today I'm coming at you with a Dark Magician profile with Matthew.
Hello. Alright, so this is sort of a budget friendly build. Okay, we're not here to break your bank, although Yugioh does do that.
We're here to kick ass and play card games.
Yeah, well said. So go straight in with the main deck. Okay, we're running 3 Dark Magician. I'm not even going to explain it, it's a Dark Magician deck. You have to run 3. 3 Magician's Rod is your search of the deck. You need 3. He's your only normal summon, so you definitely need 3 of him. Then I bumped it down to 2 Apprentice, okay, because due to how my deck runs now, I don't really use her as much for the search. However, I just need her just in case something bad happens or we go into a long game. Also, her boost is pretty good for getting over bigger attack monsters, so that's always fun. That's it for the sort of magician cards, apart from the one Palladium Oracle Mahad. Okay, he's just here because I found him better than mana, because I'll draw mana and then she just brick in my hand. Because she's better late game than early in the game, but so's Mahad, because he's just a free special summon that you get during your draw phase. So now we're on to the hand traps. Okay, these are obviously optional. Okay, however, this is just the ratio that I like to run. So 2 Ash Blossom, 2 Ogre, and 2 Effect Veiler. I find 2, 2, and 2 to be the best ratio for me. I only run 2 Ash Blossom and 2 Ogre because they're once per turn, and I only need to see them once per turn. However, the Effect Veiler has more relevance in the deck because she's a spellcaster. So if I have Rod in my graveyard, I can set the Veiler face down, activate a spell trap during my opponent's turn, tribute the Veiler, and add my Rod back to hand, which makes her better, in my opinion. That's for the monsters. It's Dark Magician, so you don't need many, because you mainly use the spell and traps. Moving on to the spells, we have 3 Dark Magical Circle. Being able to look at the top 3 cards of your deck is just nice, and if you like something, you take it. That lists Dark Magician or is Dark Magician itself, so that's always good. And then the banishing is what really sells this deck apart from many other decks, because the banishing, it helps just get rid of your opponent's stuff and get it out of the way. Then I have 3 Soul Servant. Okay, I know this probably is the priciest card in the deck, running around £8. We live in the UK, so it's about $10 around ish. Okay, so 3 Soul Servant gets. It's sort of better than Rod in a way, because it gets anything that lists Dark Magician to the top of your deck. So that includes monsters, it's a searcher for your searcher, pretty much. You can search your Rod, put it to the top of your deck, and then when it's in grave, you can banish it, and usually you have Dark Magician in grave or on field, and then you just get to add whatever card you put to the top from the deck to your hand, pretty much. So yeah, 3 Soul Servant, need it, it's really good. Then for last Magician-ish card, or Dark Magician card, I have the 1 Illusion Magic. I had this at 2, bumped it down to 1 because I found that it bricked more times, and with the Soul Servant, it's not as needed or as necessary anymore, because I can just put Dark Magician to the top of my deck and it's a better search, because yeah, and I get draws off it. So yeah, 1 Illusion Magic. Moving on to the draw cards, I run the Spellbook Engine, 2 Secrets, 2 Knowledge, and then 2 Duality. The Spellbook Engine is just a quite budget friendly, I find, draw engine. Okay, it sucks seeing your knowledge before your secrets, but it happens, it is what it is. And then the 2 Duality I found works, because even if I have Apprentice in hand, I'll still activate the Duality and get my Rod, because I don't really summon during my turn, I more summon during my opponent's turn. So that's it for the spells. Moving on to the traps, I have 3 Eternal Soul. This is the life of the deck. You want to see this in your opening hand, as well as Circle and a Dark Magician as early as possible, because that just starts getting your engine going, and it just makes it so much easier just to banish your opponent's stuff, because it protects your Dark Magicians from everything, as in they're unaffected and can't be targeted, and it just brings them back and is super useful. Then I have 3 Magician's Magical Navigation, or Magician Navigation, sorry. If I were to drop a card, it'll probably be either Illusion Magic or this, because I have opened up 2 and or 3 of these, and it does clog sometimes. However, being able to summon a Dark Magician and a Dark Spellcaster from deck, you can't really go wrong with that, because you can summon 2 Dark Magicians, overlay, and then get your third one with Eborn Illusion. And also, when this is engraved and you have Dark Magician on board, you can just banish it and negate anything that would probably most likely be targeting your Eternal Soul or Circle. So yeah, 3 navigation, very important. Then 3 Solemn Judgment. It's Judgment or Bust. If you play Strike, you're stupid. Warning, you're stupid is Judgment or Bust. This negates everything. You just activate, your opponent activates something, you respond with this, you pay off your life points, that's it. You don't need to worry about that card anymore, because it just negates everything. And I burned myself to 1,000 life points one game and still won. That is how good this card is. It just stops your opponent from playing if you draw like 2 of these. And yeah, Judgment, love it. Next, this card's really new, 2 Dark Sacrifice. I play Dark Sacrifice because you just set it and then you already have Rotting Grave. If you already have your Circle and Eternal Soul, and you're already going with your Dark Magician and Eternal Soul sort of loop, they're most likely going to want to pop your Eternal Soul, because it kills everything, because it nukes the ball when it's destroyed. This stops that, and it gets your Rod from your deck to your graveyard, which searches him pretty much, because you just activate another spell trap on your opponent's turn and get your tribute Dark Spellcaster, and get your Rod back to hand. This comes in so clutch, and yeah, wouldn't drop it for the world. Finally, I have the 1 Skill Drain, because it's a cut card and it kills everything at the moment. So yeah, that is the main deck. It's a 40 card list. Moving on to the extra deck. I run 2 Eborn Illusion, 1 Eborn High, and 2 Red Eyes Flare, and 1 Draco Sack for the XYZs. I find Illusion to be better than High, because Illusion, you just swing with a Dark Magician, banish either their monster that you're swinging at to do a direct, or you just banish one of their key pieces. The Eborn High Magician is good because it allows me to activate my Soul Servant or a Navigation from hand during my opponent's turn, which saves the risk of it getting destroyed, which is good. And when this dies, I can summon a Dark Magician from my deck and then instantly pop a card which is non-targeting removal. I play 2 Red Eyes Flare Dragon because personally I love it, because I don't use it at all for the actual detach effect. I use it for the burn. If you get this out early enough, your opponent will have to burn for a crap ton in order to actually play. So by that point, you've burned them down to about half their life points. So, and with 2 Dark Magicians, that's game. So yeah. And then the Draco Sack, the fact that he can kill himself as cost to pop a card in the field is just really helpful. And it's just one of those nice utility cards that you use to help outdo your opponent. Moving on, we have some links. I have Trisbania for the burn. Daybreaker, which is really new because putting counters on him and just being able again, removal is just really key, because this deck sort of struggles with like big monsters in some cases, so being able to just pop their monsters is just really helpful. Then I run Cerberus and Nightmare Phoenix, because once again they're just good utility cards. Cerberus bounces a special summon monster and destroys a special summon monster, and Phoenix just gets rid of back row, which is really good. And finally I have the 2 Link Spider. I have the 2 Link Spider because once again it gets Dark Magician into Grave, and which just keeps your Eternal Soul Engine live and your Dark Magical Circle live. So yeah, that's the entirety of the extra deck and main deck. I'm not going to go into the side deck, however, because I find that side decks really depend. There's no point following a side deck in a YouTube video. A side deck should be tailored to your locals or regionals, because every locals and regionals has different decks played and different things played. So that's my deck. It's a budget friendly deck, and it's a lot of fun. Thank you.